Hi, welcome to Gothmother's Closet Reselling Adventure. Woo! I have not made a video in forever, and I'm sorry about that, but I've been busy, as we all are. We're all so busy. Anyways, I wanted to check in with you all. It's a beautiful sunny day here in Toronto. I can't believe we're having spring. It's supposed to go up to, well, right now it's 11 degrees according to my computer, and it's supposed to go up a little bit higher still. So that's very exciting. It's been very, I'm talking about the weather because it does matter. It's been very dark for many months here in Toronto. And when you're photographing things like for Poshmark, I'm a Poshmark seller, you kind of need the light streaming into the window because there's only so much artificial light. I don't have big spotlights. I have these little ring lights, but even then you can see this side where it's really bright. That's where the sun's shining in the window. This side has two ring lights on me. So you see the difference. And so when the sun's shining in like that, that's when it's fantastic to take pictures because it brightens up the whole apartment. And you only have, you know, as we all know, the sun moves all day long, so you only have so much time to snap those pictures. And I do often take the pictures with the light shining in the window and use a flash as well, plus the ring lights to boost it up. And still the pictures are rather dark, so I need to get a proper camera as opposed to just continuing to use my phone, although the phone's super easy to deal with because then you just sit there and type your listings and do it all from the phone. But anyway, so that's part of my excuse of just not getting things listed as much as I could have. So then the last couple of weeks I've really been listing again, and I have lots to list. I'm up to about almost 600 items now. I mean, if I listed absolutely everything I have to sell, it's probably about 2,000 items, but I'm like a one-woman show here, like most of you. And I'm a writer and a teacher and other things, so I guess I'm a part-time seller, as it were. I also opened an Etsy store, so that took my focus for about a month, creating a few little designs. Um, one of my sons has a little black cat, so I took some pictures of her and then put little witch hats on her and stuff that I'm selling as t-shirts and coffee cups and stuff like that on Etsy. So I'm branching out to there, but I haven't quite got that magic formula down either. I've only had one sale on Etsy so far, even though I watch all the videos. Oh, you can make thousands a day with your t-shirt designs. And I already know those are all snake oil salesman scam things. That's why I'm on here telling the truth. But you know, we all get sucked into those videos. It's like, oh yeah, you know, I don't envision $1,000 a day in anything I'm doing, but $50 would be good, you know. So, uh, uh, so along with that, so how's my Poshmark adventure going? December, okay, first of all, I'm in Canada. Oh, first of all, if you like these videos, please subscribe, like, share, and subscribe, all that. It really adds the logarithms. And if I see people actually watching my videos, I'll make more frequently. But I know I'm just starting this channel. I have other channels, but I'm just starting this channel, so I know it's going to be a slog. But I'm not a fly-by-night when it's coming to the reselling thing because I have a lot of stuff to sell. And you know, I have a whole estate to sell that I have to start bringing to Toronto. And I have my own stuff to sell. And then I have some, my children also have given me some stuff of theirs to sell. So I have no lack of stuff to sell. I do not ever need to go to Value Village again. But you know but that's the thing. When you're reselling, sometimes you do need to go to a thrift store and stuff to get some of the more modern pieces, because everything I have is vintage, obviously. Vintage and antique, because it's my life and my parents' life and their parents' life and so on, right? So my niche is, it's all old Gothmotherly stuff, right? But now and again, you want to sweeten the pot and pick up a thing. Like after Christmas, I picked up a Darth Vader skirt at Canadian Tire because it was in with Christmas Boxing Day stuff from Halloween, and you know it was very cheap. I paid I think $5 for it, and so I put that up, and it sold last week. So like after only a month, it was up, and I sold it for $20. So I get what, $10 by the time you figure it all out, right? So so I still do things like that, sweeten the pot. I picked up a couple more Star Wars products that I'm going to be putting up. I love Star Wars. I'm a Star Wars nerd, so I'll buy one for Poshmark and one for me. And so even though I have all these thousands of things I need to list, you know, earrings and jewelry and scarves and belts and clothes, tchotchkes and knickknacks, you still want to pick up the odd thing that's modern. I sold an Elaine Fisher dress last week as well. You can see, you know, it's no big secret. You can see it right on the store. They show you everything, right? I sold it for less. I'd had it, you know, I kept hearing, oh, Elaine Fisher, you know, it's the big deal. I bought that dress at Value Village for like $20 or something because I heard you get big bucks, and it's been sitting forever. And then I finally just blew it out for 30. Someone offered me, I think it was $30, like way less, but I still made a couple bucks. I'm just like, you know, I know we're in rough times now, and I'm grateful for any sales I get at all at this point. I'll take most any offers. I'm still not taking the stupid low offers. It's like, come on, I'm not having a fire sale here. You know? Trying to earn a living, have a robust company, and sell products that are good and nice and quality. Because a lot of the stuff I have is vintage and antique back when quality was a thing. Even the handmade things are better quality than a lot of the fast fashion you see today, right? So that's kind of where I am on that journey. And then I've talked about it before, and I talk about a lot on my Patreon about going to eBay. Um, eBay, because like I said, I'm Poshmark Canada, and the sales just aren't there. And I'm on Reddit a lot, reading about, you know, I try to really educate myself about all the things I do, whether it's as a writer, as a teacher, as a reseller. So I watch tons and tons of YouTube videos on reselling, and I watch, you know, the ones I figure most people watch, but I'm not sure. Maybe I'm the only, you know, I have my idea of about 5 of them I watch almost every day, not necessarily all the way through. But so it seems to me that I'm exactly where someone like me would be. I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm pretty much doing everything right. I mean, my photos could be better, but I need a better camera and better kind of lighting system or something. Um, but sales are really slow for a lot of people on Poshmark Canada. There's people posting that, you know, they've had their stores since Poshmark came to Canada. They used to do thousands a month, and now they didn't even sell anything before Christmas kind of idea, or they're selling way less. Everyone's experiencing huge slowdown, no matter what platform you're on. So I'm not getting discouraged because I understand it's the recession or whatever's happening. Um, so we're all in the same boat. So I'm not upset. I'm only upset that I was hoping I wouldn't have to go out and get a real job. Because I'm already so stressed, overworked and stressed, and I see my mom in a nursing home every day, so I need the flexibility and all that. So since Poshmark Canada only serves Canada still, and you know I've been on Poshmark exactly a year now. I keep hoping they're going to open up to the States, and there's little bits of rumbling that they might one day. And a lot of Canadian poshers have opened up U.S. stores, but it's too complicated for me. I keep looking at it and watching the videos and Googling the drop shipping and to the States, and it's like, oh, I can't. It's too much for me. That's just way too much work to make like $5. I just can't do it. So what I am going to do, now that I have a robust amount of products in my closet, like I said, almost 600, I am going to invest in a cross-listing program, and move things over to eBay, because eBay is worldwide. And I know for sure a lot of the stuff I have on Poshmark is way more suited for eBay people. For sure, eBay buyers, shoppers, eBay shoppers definitely would buy a lot of the things I have. And they just don't know I'm there, and I'm in Canada, so nobody knows. So, but if I transfer things over to eBay, then I have the worldwide thing, I believe. There's way more reach on eBay. People can buy from anywhere in the world, because I'll ship to anywhere in the world. And I know there's different eBay stores like eBay Canada, eBay USA, eBay England, or whatever. And I'll explore that more once I'm in it more. So, and I've been putting off the eBay, cross-listing to eBay, for two reasons. One is that it's going to be a huge pain in the ass. Like super, super huge. Because even though I can, invest like the $50 or whatever a month to cross list, I still have to go through every single listing and add in the details, and for eBay you have to measure for shipping and stuff, and so that's been kind of like, oh my God, it's hard enough for me to get my act together to just take pictures and list, let alone all the extra stuff, which is why a lot of us are on Poshmark, because even though it's expensive, it's also super easy. Barely an inconvenience. So I'm going to do that. And then the second thing about eBay is that I am seeing a lot of these resellers who have been on selling for so long, like 22 years, as the one guy, 22 years on eBay, and he tells us all his jam. And so when you have people who have been doing eBay, and I've been on and off eBay forever, like most of us, but I've had different eBay accounts and tried different things over the years, but nothing super seriously like I will be doing now. Um, so it seems like eBay is still, the platform is still working out some kinks on, because they are upgrading and shifting and changing a lot of the technology inside the platform. Probably adding AI and stuff like that. So there's people who have been on eBay for a long time are citing that, there are stoppages, there's slowdowns. It seems like eBay will let your shop be seen for X amount of time, then they take away the views and show to someone else, and all these types of things are happening. So that's been kind of discouraging me a bit. So it's like, I don't want to put all this work into cross-listing and keeping track of two stores, and then no one is seeing my store anyways, right? I do have a few products up on eBay that were on my Poshmark, and I don't have them cross-listed. I took them off Poshmark and put them on eBay just to see. And I have 5 items. They've been there since before Christmas, and hardly anyone looks, and that doesn't inspire me greatly. But then again, it's like any of these platform games where you need to list constantly, then you get higher up, then you get the more views. And I do pay for the eBay promotion ad thing on those 5 products I have up. If they sell, I have to pay for all the promotion they did for me, so I won't make anything. But so that's discouraging to me too, because I don't want to put up a bunch of hundreds of items, and I'm paying hundreds. So then I'm paying for my cross-listing platform, my storage unit, and then all these fees. I have Etsy fees, Poshmark fees, eBay fees. The Etsy fees you pay. I have something like 60 products up in Etsy, all those t-shirts and stuff. I'll be paying those fees every 4 months, because with Etsy, you got to pay the fees. eBay, I believe you pay fees after, they keep having promotions. You can have like 200 listings or whatever, then you got to pay after that. And then Poshmark, that's the beauty of Poshmark. You never have to pay anything until you actually sell. So although people complain Poshmark fees are higher, at the end of the day, if you have an item on Poshmark for 2 years, you didn't have to pay any fees for that. You just have to pay when it sells, whatever that commission is to Poshmark, and they take care of all the shipping. You don't have your 20 cents a month for 5 years or whatever on top of the $5 you made, right? So all these things to consider when you're looking at what platforms you want to sell on. I've signed up for Whatnot or whatever that one is. But I really am not into the live selling. And I know this is the way of the future and all that. And I know people are selling like crazy on TikTok. But here in Canada, we don't have that option. We cannot sell on TikTok. And so Canada is very, if you're hearing beeping, it's my Discord. I guess people are chit-chatting. So, oh my God, what are they going on about? Um, So yeah, so these are all things to consider when you're looking at the various platforms, what country you're in, and what your population is and what the reach is. So for Canada, we have a small population. It's like the size of Texas or something. So, you know, a lot of people do very well, especially people who have really high-end stuff. They do amazing all the time, because they have the connections to get the Nikes or the fancy clothes or the evening gowns, the leather jackets and all that. They have those connections, or they have that stuff they wear all the time because that's their lifestyle. So those people probably always do well. But then there's the rest where things can be really up and down. So you really have to factor in all your expenses for when you have the slow times, which seems to be, according to everyone, it's going to be slow for a while. And then you have to factor in the fees. So like I said, Etsy, you got all these fees. eBay, some fees, not some fees, promotion, not promotion, and so on. And also, if you're watching this before the Super Bowl, if you're on Etsy, they are having a free promotional thing. So you don't have to pay the listing fees, and they push out your ads. If they give you special links. So if you're sharing your products on social media right now, and if people click a link that you put on social media and they actually buy something, you don't have to pay a bunch of fees. So it's some new thing. And then now they've brought Drew Barrymore on board. And so I guess she's going to help promote Etsy as well. So maybe Etsy's going to turn into a new life too. I was on Etsy back when when it first opened, way back in the day. And I did have like lots of crystals and spell kits and pendulums and a lot of witchy stuff on there. And I was doing tarot card readings as well. And they shut all that down. They said not allowed to sell witchy products and tarot card readings and stuff. Yet I see on Etsy all that going on now in 2024. So at some point, they didn't care anymore. They wanted the money. But for me, they didn't like shut me down. They were like, you can't sell this and that anymore. They sent out an email, or it wasn't even an email. Did we have email in those days? I don't know. But at some point it was like, if you have these products, we ask that you take them off. And I was just like, oh, this is just too hard. I did have some jewelry and stuff up there, but again, it was the fees were killing me. Because I wasn't making many sales, and we didn't have social media. Like there was no Facebook or anything back then either. So it was really like, how do you tell people about your stuff? You couldn't, right? Anyways, that's the old times. Back in my day, you kids got it so lucky. Now we got the social medias. Anyways, yeah, so that's my reselling adventure journey in observation chapter for today. And today is, where are we at? February the 9th. I have had 0 Valentine's Day sales. I made some of the cute little kitty shirts with hearts and stuff, but nobody cares. It's too late to order now for Valentine's Day as far as I'm concerned. That's fine. You can buy those things year round next year or whatever. My things weren't Valentine's Day specific, but you figure things with hearts might sell, or things that are red, or whatever. But then again, maybe a lot of people are like me, where you're just damn bitter on that Valentine's Day and don't care. Anyways, no, I'm not that bitter anymore. Um, it's just a fabricated holiday. And, if you are struggling with Valentine's Day issues, and I know I did for years, decades, I struggled for various reasons. Um, you have to remember it's just another day, and that the actual Valentine's Day holiday of romance was created by greeting card industries to part you from your money, much like the crazy overblown Christmas stuff that happens, St. Patrick's Day, anything now. Even Halloween's gotten super commercialized. It's all commercial. So if you're depressed about Valentine's Day for all the millions of reasons we all get depressed about it, don't be, I know, easier said than done, Sephora. But it's like, don't be depressed, because it's just another day. And so many people give gifts and have these romantic dinners and so on Valentine's Day. And then the very next day they break up, or it falls apart, or it's just a facade. It's just fake emotions. I know there are a lot of people who really do love each other and really do have wonderful Valentine's days, but they have wonderful all the time days because they love each other and they're doing, they respect each other. So anyways, that's a whole other video, which I'm not doing, but I guess I just did. Have a great day. Don't stress out about Valentine's Day. Enjoy your shopping adventures. And yeah, if you ever have any questions or comments, I do appreciate and read the comments on the videos. And yeah, it makes me happy, even if you tell me I suck. That's okay. We all have our, you can see one of my other channels about voicing your opinion. And have a great day, everyone. Bye-bye.